from Illinois is recognized.
Thank you. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The chair recognizes you.
I rise today to offer this straightforward common sense amendment that does not affect direct spending or revenues. My amendment requires the Secretary of HHS to complete a review of the relationship between survival of domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, or stalking, and the likelihood of developing a substance use disorder. This information is vital because we know traumatic experiences, such as domestic violence, are associated with behavioral health conditions. And we know that behavioral health conditions are associated with substance use disorders. And we know that substance use is linked to traumatic experiences. What we don't know is if survivors of domestic violence have an increased likelihood of developing a substance use disorder. Although the evidence exists, we have yet to conduct a comprehensive review of the data to make the connection. It is important to understand the nature and impact of trauma to effectively serve those who have suffered. If the review indicates a connection, it would help providers prevent domestic violence survivors from developing a substance use disorder and enable survivors to access preventive and more comprehensive services. This review will also give a better understanding of the broader impacts and effects of trauma on survivors. Social stigma silences both domestic violence survivors and those suffering from substance use disorders. We cannot allow survivors to be silenced any longer. To reduce stigma, we must talk about these issues, better educate ourselves on the struggles of those living with them, and let survivors know they are not alone. By acknowledging that there might be a connection between domestic violence survival and substance use disorders, we can begin the conversation and let victims know that we are willing and able to support them through their recovery. Congress has a responsibility to victims and survivors. This amendment, and more broadly this bill, is one step toward fulfilling that responsibility, and I reserve.
Gentleman reserves. For what purpose does the